All right, I guess we're finally back in the seat. It's been a little bit over a month since I've jumped on Direction Forward Memphis, Neil Lewis, and a lot has happened since the last time I've been on stream. Um, yeah, it's there's always news every single day, something to jump into that we ultimately that affects Memphis, affects the community. And so there's never a slow day. I can say that much. It's October 10th, and here soon we'll be jumping into presidential elections. So do your part. It really is up to each individual to make sure that our voices are heard, and we have to have a contingency that also speaks up and says, get out there and do your part. It doesn't matter who you're voting for, just go vote. And I think this year should be really the largest turnout in history, really, when you think about it, because a lot is at stake. We have we have polarizing individuals on both ends of the spectrum. And so wherever you fall in that lineage, or in that time, or between the candidates that are there for us to vote on, just lean into it. I know that early voting in Tennessee is, we'll bring this up, but early voting in Tennessee, I believe, is the 16th. It begins October 16th and ends at the end of the month. So either on the 30th or the 31st. I can't remember which one. Hold that thought. We'll figure this out right now, as a matter of fact. Yep. So it begins October 31st. I sent out on Instagram if you want to follow me, because right now I don't have a lot of users or followers, but so yeah, October 31st, October 16th to October 31st. We have a link for where you can go to check your voters registration. Now, if you haven't already registered to vote in the state of Tennessee, we're past that deadline. That deadline was on October 7th. Okay. But if you're registered to vote and need to update any information, or just want to check to make sure that you're in the voters registration, you can go to sos.tennessee or sos.tn.gov, and you can check your status to make sure that you are good to go when you walk in to that voting polling station. And also have the acceptable IDs that can be brought to verify your identity, which is a Tennessee driver's license, your U.S. passport, any photo ID issued by the Department of Safety, Tennessee Department of Safety, or Homeland Security, photo ID issued by the federal or state Tennessee government, a U.S. military photo ID, and even your Tennessee handgun carry permit that has a photo on it. Those are all acceptable identification to go and vote if you're already registered in the state of Tennessee. So that's just good information to know. Jump out. Do your thing. October 16th to 31st, you won't have to worry about the long lines that will, you would imagine, be present in November when the voting day comes. So, do your part, okay? Get out there early and vote. All right, so a lot of stuff has transpired over the past month. And so we'll just jump into a few of these topics, and it'll, ultimately kind of take us in the direction that we need to go in. And so just to go to the site that you can go to in order to, so this is going to bring, and I'll use this address that's in the Instagram post that I put up. And so you can go register to vote. Okay. Look, they have a voter registration deadline was October 7th. And sos.tn.gov /elections for more information. So register to vote. We'll go into this screen. And this is the online. But again, if you're not registered already, you won't be able to do this because October 7th was the deadline on that. So I'll go back to the original screen and do let me see what it's going to take us to. Elections. All right, so you can check your voter registration status. So sos.tn.gov /elections. You can check your voter registration status here, your county of residence, whatever county you're in. For us here in Memphis, obviously it'd be Shelby. You can put your first name, your last name, month, year, and of birth, and then hit continue, and it'll tell you whether or not you are good to go. So good information to know. All right. And that was just the first thing that kind of popped out when it came to, as far as the topics are concerned.